So how do you access the theta brainwaves? There are many methods to access the theta brainwaves. One is through this meditation that we will do tonight. In the theta classes, we will also do two other types of meditation. But also when you listen to theta inducing music, when you do the rosary, if you are a Catholic and you say those prayers for like 50 times, your brain goes into the theta brain waves, sometimes even gamma. I don't know, depends on how deep your let's say devotion is. And also I'm sure sometimes even when you do an extreme effort, probably sometimes even during a very intimate experience, you might go into the theta state. How do you know that you are in a theta state? When you are in a theta state, it's almost like a dream state, like a sleep state. For example, when you are driving your car and you become more and more relaxed, and sometimes you are even at the point of falling asleep, and you feel like, ooh, you have to shake yourself a little bit, or just put or just get out of the road a little bit and take a break. This is when your brain went so down that it entered the theta state. So when you watch a movie and your brain goes from alpha to theta, it's the moment when you almost fall asleep watching the movie. Your brain knows to go to sleep when it's in theta. And that's why in the training that we are doing, we are practicing getting into the theta state again and again and again through meditation, but in a way to also be able to maintain our awakened state. So to be mind awakened, body asleep, more or less. And sometimes even people, when they do the meditation, they feel like their body is shaking a little bit, or they feel like they don't even feel their bodies anymore. How to know if you are in a theta state that is conducive to healings and to exercises is when we do the theta healing meditation, we not only want to go to theta, but we also want to connect to the creator and feel the essence of the creator. So the trick is that we will somehow use a type of a story that moves our mind and our attention from our daily business to this script. And using this script, we train our mind that every time it uses this script, it goes from outside inside and it relaxes. But we have one more ace upon our sleeve, and this is God. Because when we are relaxed and we intend to connect to God, our brain, even if it's in an alpha state, it goes into the theta state or it goes into the gamma state directly. This is how powerful the creator is. And this is how we know that theta healing works, is because we are not doing it by ourselves. We are doing it while being connected to the energy of all that is. So how it sounds, this meditation, is that we will close our eyes. By closing our eyes, our pineal gland is tricked a little bit to thinking it is night, and it starts to produce melatonin. And after it's that, we will invite our mind into a journey. So we will say to ourselves to imagine going into the earth, and the earth is filled with love. And from the earth, we pull this love or this energy that is loving, and we pull it through our feet. And it goes up through our feet, and then up on the back of our spine, or up on the spine, whatever. It goes up through our spine, and then it goes up through the brain, and it comes out. When it comes out, it surrounds us in a beautiful ball of light. What we are saying, actually, it's pretty much that we are bringing the spiritual energy through all of our energy centers, and then it fills our aura with light and love. And then in this state of unity with our earth, our beloved field, and connected and present to our aura, we imagine lifting our consciousness, lifting our, actually just our consciousness, because the body stays where it is. We just imagine that we are lifting ourselves up and moving beyond this planet, this atmosphere. And we are going through the atmosphere and we are going through space. And then it almost feels like we are accelerating, like we are going faster and faster, even beyond the speed of light. And because we go beyond the speed of light, we are actually capable of going beyond the universe. And beyond this universe, we imagine that there are layers of layers of layers of light. These lights actually represent other universes or other dimensions, but we are not interested in exploring them now. We will just imagine moving on further. And then we go through a jelly-like substance. This is, let's say, a metaphor for the laws that keep the entire creation working. So we go so we go through this jelly-like substance, and after we go through this substance, we imagine that somehow, somewhere, it's like a door, and we go through that door. It's a door like that takes us to a very white place. We will see light everywhere. If we look up, if we look down, if we look sideways, if we look in the back, up in the front, everywhere it's a white light. It's a tingly white light. And we will allow ourselves to immerse in this white light, in this energy, and so much so that our bodies will dissolve, our perception of our limits will dissolve, and we will become one with this light. And this might be called the energy of creation. From this energy, from this space, everything emerges. If we were to make a parallel with the quantum physics or the how David Bohm sees, it's like the unfolding universe, and so it's this is the unfolded universe. This is the potential. This is the unmanifest. And from here, the expressed universe, the manifest comes. But here in the tingly white light, we are at the potential of everything. And because in this white light, in this state, we are connected to everything that is, manifestations are possible and intentions are received instantaneously. But this is this whole process, it's very meaningful, but we will not address here the meaning of every step of it. But by sheer exercise, by sheer experience, by doing it over and over and over again, with or without the meaning, you will just become so good at it that you will be able to reach that tingly white light very quickly and enter into that theta state and the connection with the creator, and practically feel the divine in every cell of your body, in every perceived essence of yourself. Okay, some people say that they are having difficulties visualizing, and that's just a program, because everybody visualizes. I'm sure if they close their eyes, they can see the problems that they have, like they are here, right here with them in the room. So it's not a question of visualizing or not visualizing, it's a question of allowing yourself to connect to the divine. Another problem that sometimes people share is that they feel that they are afraid to connect to God. It's like almost too much for them. And for these, we invite, as Viana says, maybe you can invite Jesus Christ, or maybe you can invite an archangel to be your chaperone, I don't know, your guide, to help you make this transition into allowing yourself to connect to the Creator. These are the people that usually were taught that they need a priest to pray for them in order for their sins to be forgotten. And then, like, sometimes in our subconscious we have the need for intermediaries. Well, if you have the need for intermediaries, you can use the intermediaries. And sometimes it's not necessarily the need for intermediaries, but it's almost like you might not feel worthy enough to be there. Then also you can invoke the help and the love of Jesus Christ, our Lord, or whoever you might feel will vouch for you, will put a good word for you, so that you feel comfortable going there. As I said again, we are actually not going anywhere, but we are allowing ourselves to transcend the limitations of our mind and our subconscious mind, the censorship that works and that keeps all these limitations as a reality for ourselves, this is what we are actually transcending. And the more we transcend these, the more we realize that we don't go anywhere. We are perfectly connected with God, with the Creator, right here, right now, every second, if we just allow ourselves to feel that. But more than that, we sometimes prefer to think of our problems rather than feel God. So this is the negotiation that goes place. Do you want God or peace and love, or do you want to think about your problems? And the usual answer is I choose my problems, because they are more familiar, more natural, easier. So, but tonight, for like 5 minutes, we will choose God instead of our problems. And to make the meditation with a purpose, when we will be in the tingly white light, we will ask a healing, and we will ask God, Creator, for a healing for each of us, to balance our brains, to heal our bodies, to heal our emotions, and also we will ask God to enlarge our perspective and give us a perspective of God, about what is God, so that we may feel more of this God. We call this creating feelings or downloads in Theta Healing, but I call it a crack, making a crack in the ego, so that you can see more of what's already here. So, in order for the meditations to work better and easier, I invite you to take a relaxed position, to close your eyes, to breathe deeply for a few seconds, and now, using your imagination, imagine going in the middle of the earth and taking energy, taking love from the planet, a love that it's nourishing, that it's warm, that it's bright and calming. And this energy now comes through the bottom of your feet, runs up your feet, up your legs, up your spine, through your hands, through your head, goes out through the top of your head and surrounds you like a beautiful ball of light. You feel relaxed, you feel energized, you feel loved and calm. And you allow now this beautiful ball of light that contains your consciousness to flow. We leave the earth behind and go through the atmosphere, leaving the planet behind, and fly through the universe faster and faster, even faster than the speed of light. And we go through the universe until the end of the universe. And after we pass its limits, we go through layers and layers of white light, and then through a golden light, and then through a colorful jelly-like substance, and through a white door we enter a white space. It is a white sparkly space that surrounds us now from all sides. And we allow this white tingly light to dissolve the body, to dissolve all our limits. And we allow ourselves to become one with this light. And in being so, we connect now with the Creator by intention, by prayer, by desire, asking Creator, God, or however you want to call this energy that creates the world and creates us and gives life to everything. Creator of all that is, we are requesting now a healing with your unconditional love for each and every one of us in this moment. We are requesting a balancing of our brain, a healing of our emotions and bodies, and the healing of our souls. Thank you. It is done, it is done. And we ask Creator to show us this process and to allow the love of God to enter every cell of our body like a rain, like a shower that pours love in every cell, from the top of our head to the bottom of our feet. And we ask Creator also to reveal itself to us, to give us Creator's perspective about what it is God, and the feeling of knowing God, and to know how it is to live our daily life fully aware of our connection with God, and that God is connected with me, and that I know how to feel the presence of God within me every day, in every way, and that I know how to recognize God within me and around me, how it feels like to be fully accepted by the Creator, and how to fully accept myself, and also to receive from the Creator what it is unconditional love, and how it feels to be unconditionally loving and to receive unconditional love, and that we are safe to love and be loved unconditionally, and that it is so. And all of these to be received on all levels of our beings, in our subconscious, in our DNA, in all that we are, in all the planes. And because it is a very special time nowadays, let's ask also Creator to clear from our mind the fear of diseases, the fear of COVID, the fear of future, the fear of unknown, the fear of changes, and the memories that are linked to these fears to also be released and sent to God's light, and replaced with the knowingness, how to know how to trust the love of God, the guidance from God, to know how to trust our intuition, how to trust messages received from the Creator. Thank you. It is done, it is done. And let all these intentions as an energy to come, and the fears to be released. We can even see the fears and the memories as leaving our bodies and dissolving into the tingly white light. Thank you, it is done, it is done. And then we take a deep breath. And we open our eyes. And we come back. Thank you for joining me in this meditation. It was so beautiful. I mean, I felt it so beautiful. It's like I felt tinglings all over my body.